A coach just left after his team faced a loss? Let's find out. As the season every year comes to an end, the bloodshed begins of players or coaches who were hired with the expectations to deliver a lot, but actually ended up bringing the team down. Surprisingly, there has been a number of these sorts of cases in the history of the NFL, and there has been a lot of outrage regarding it as well. So for today, we have gathered a list of one of the worst coaches in NFL history. And without further ado, let's jump in. Marty Mornhinweg for Detroit Lions. One of the biggest mistakes of Matt Millen as the Detroit Lions CEO and general manager was hiring Marty Mornhinweg as his head coach. Mornhinweg led the Lions in 2001 and 2002, bridging the gap between the Pontiac Silverdome and Ford Field. On November 24, 2002, he was perhaps most known by Lions fans for his controversial choice to hand the ball to the opposition Chicago Bears to start overtime. The Lions would lose in overtime without touching the ball. Mornhinweg's time in Detroit ended with an 8-game losing streak. Moreover, this guy only had a win percentage of .156 only. David Shula for Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, just though your father was one of the best head coaches in NFL history, does not guarantee that you will inherit his level of success. David Shula is the son of Pro Football Hall of Fame coach Don Shula and the brother of Mike Shula, another football coach. But he hasn't had the same level of success as either of them as a coach. Shula was hired as head coach of the Bengals in 1992, but him being one of the youngest people to hold the championship considering he was just 32 at the time obviously showed, as the team went 19-52 over his 4.5 years in charge. Eventually, he left the NFL with a win percentage of .267 and joined the family steakhouse business, surprisingly expanding it to a better level. Dave Campo for Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys had worse teams in the late 1980s, but the early 2000s reduced America's team to consistent mediocrity. Campo, Jerry Jones' previous Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator, was promoted in 2000. Dallas, a playoff club under Chan Gailey in 1998 and 1999, had 3 consecutive 5-11 seasons under Campo. In Campo's defense, after Troy Aikman retired in 2001, Dallas faced QB instability and traded 2 first-round selections for Joey Galloway. However, Campo's performance on Hard Knocks inspired less confidence than almost any other coach in the series history, and Bill Parcells led the 2003 Cowboys to the playoffs despite having identical QB concerns. Rod Marinelli for Detroit Lions. If you ask me, Rod Marinelli is a fantastic defensive coach and one of the finest defensive lines coaches in NFL history. However, as Marinelli and others have demonstrated, there is a significant difference between being an assistant coach and being the head coach. Despite his success as an assistant coach in Tampa Bay under Tony Dungy and Monty Kiffin, he was plainly outmatched when promoted to head coach. Needless to say, if you're one of the 3 head coaches in NFL history to lead your club to a winless season, you'll undoubtedly make this list. Hugh Jackson for Cleveland Browns. It's probably unfair to assess Hugh Jackson only on his term as head coach of the Cleveland Browns. After all, the squad had been in disarray long before he arrived. However, a 3-36-1 record is tough to justify. The Browns finished 1-15 in 2016 and 0-16 in 2017, Jackson's first 2 seasons with the team, but owner Jimmy Haslam elected to keep him. That patience, however, ran out following a 2-5-1 start in 2018, and Jackson was fired after a defeat to the rival Pittsburgh Steelers. That's it for today. Let us know what's the worst coach in your opinion in the comments down below. We hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time.